want to teach you. I want to teach you how we begin every one of our assemblies. This is what our prefects do. We do a slow clap. We do it together, and then we build. Okay, so it goes like this. So good. Wow. Your kids are going to be awesome at that. And I am the middle child of 5 boys. I always love attention, so sometimes I'll just make you clap for me. I want to say welcome to all of you. Welcome to Milbrook. Welcome to this new chapter for many of you in your child's education and your lives as parents. And to 16 of you, returning parents and members of our alumni body, welcome back. It's good to see all of you, and thank you for your children. This is the 95th opening of Millbrook School, the 24th opening of high school in my professional career. And while I know this drill as an educator, I want to empathize with you as parents. I can remember weeping when we dropped off our firstborn, Atticus, at preschool years ago. Aaron and I were barely able to pull out of the parking lot. Kiss and run was what the director said of Millbrook Early Childhood Education Center. Kiss and run. Now, we occasionally forget that we have a third child. We have Finley's in the car, and she's been there for 45 minutes. And you may know this. Hey, Aaron, did we sign Finley up for school this year? And Aaron will say, yes, we did. Now, if I may actually share a confession, I experienced for the first time as a parent the drop-off to a 2-week sleepaway camp this summer. My 11-year-old daughter, Aurora, at Camp Mohawk, an all-girls sleepaway camp in Litchfield, Connecticut. I walked her to the cabin, worried about how much she would miss me. And she said, okay, you can leave now. That walk to the car was an eternity. I wept. And when we picked her up, and her cabin mates and new friends would not let her get back into the car to go home, I wept. By mid-August, just to bring you up to speed with Aurora, things were back to normal. She was back to torturing us with her impressive, intuitively tactical psychological warfare that is a part of being an 11-year-old girl. And my wife and I began to think, how can we double the time next summer? So thank God it's September and she's back in school. I want to welcome you to the end of summer and to boarding school. And if there's any advice that I can relay, it's from our 31-year head of school, Drew Casertano, my predecessor. It's what he said on opening day for 31 years, and I will continue to say it for as long as Milbrook will have me. 2 words of advice: just leave. Just leave, and you will soon enough, but first, I want you to join me in remembering the purpose of adolescence, the time when children are to grow away from their parents on a path to adulthood, to becoming productive, responsible, autonomous, secure adults. It sounds wonderful until we parents and teachers experience the metamorphosis. We see a sweet, loving, compliant 10-year-old boy who once sat on our laps and said, I love you, Mom, and I love you, Dad. And at 15, he becomes hairy and smelly and grouchy, and he responds to a parent's farewell of, have a good time, with, don't tell me what to do. You will hear me say this on graduation. You must keep in mind what Mark Twain once wrote. When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant I could hardly stand to have the old man around. But when I got to be 21, I was astonished at how much the old man had learned in 7 years. Parents need help in raising teenagers to be responsible adults, and you have it here in the Milbrook faculty and staff. You are experts in your children, and no one knows them better. And we are experts in adolescence. We dedicate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to live with and holistically educate other people's teenagers. So think of this then as a moment when you gain a community of adults whose specialty is adolescence, who are inspired by working with teenagers. And this work is as much of a calling as it is a vocation. So as we move forward in this partnership, I want you to keep two qualities in mind that make Milbrook Milbrook. First is our mission in a community where every student is known and needed. Milbrook prepares its students for college and lives of meaning and consequence by instilling the values of respect, integrity, service, stewardship of the natural world, and curiosity. That's our promise to you. I also want you to remember that our enrollment is intentionally designed to fulfill our mission. Every student to be known and needed, and it is our scale and size that makes it possible to utilize the faculty's collective wisdom for the benefit of each student and to give our students real responsibility for themselves and for this community. So to help you visualize your relationship with us, I want you to think of the image of a triangle. You are at one corner, we, the faculty, are at the other, and your son or daughter is at the apex. They're at the top. Often, your child's singular goal, not your child's, but everyone else's child. Yes. Often, the child's singular goal is to flatten the triangle so that everything you hear about us is through them, and everything we hear about you is through them. This is not good. We must keep the triangle open. We must trust, we must verify, and to assure that the triangle does not flatten, keep in close contact with your child's advisor. When you leave today, you must know the name, email, maybe cell phone of your child's advisor. And when the inevitable FaceTime home is filled, this will happen, with tales of the sky falling, or the worst thing that happened in their day. Nothing good, just the worst. I want you to ask your child this question. Now, which adult on Millbrook's campus can help you with that problem? Okay? I actually want you to repeat this with me. Now, which adult on Millbrook's campus can help you with this problem? That's the best piece of advice I can give you today. That's what you're paying for. And before I send you off to dorm meetings, I want to share a quotation from Fred Calder, former executive director of the New York State Association of Independent Schools. He wrote this: "It is no secret that motivation in children grows in an atmosphere of intimacy with committed adults who believe in their mission and numbers small enough so that every child is understood and recognized as a worthy human being." That is exactly where you are. That is exactly where your children are now. Thank you.